Good morning or good afternoon, beautiful people of the world. Good afternoon. Welcome, November. I can't believe it. Today is November 1st, 2025. Can y'all believe it's November? Man, I tell you, life be lifing, child. I hope you all had a happy Halloween yesterday. I hope you all, I wish you all could, or if you do celebrate Halloween, please post a picture over on the community tab of you in a costume. If you got a throwback costume picture, post it. I would really love to see you all's costumes. But it is November 1st, 2025. It's just one of those things that life is just moving really, really fast. Really, really fast. And I had reached out to one of my friend's cousins. She was heavy on my heart today, my friend and her son. Well, first of all, let me just say this. Today is Saturday, November 1st, 2025. So hello to everybody. If you're here for the first time, you're watching a video for the first time, my name is Cece. This channel is called Cece's Fashion is my passion. I don't do a lot of fashion over here anymore, but I do a lot of car chats, vlogging, and live streams. So if you think that that's something that you're interested in, hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so you don't ever miss a video that I upload. But anyway, I was thinking about my girlfriend today. She and I went to high school together, and we were so tight. When I tell you all, when my dad died, she was there for me. And we were the type of friends that we didn't hang out in high school, and we weren't good friends in high school, but we became good friends as when we got older as adults. And I love me some Carmela. Her name was Carmela Lacey. I love me some Carmela. Carmela loved her some Sherelle, which is me. My name here is Cece, but everybody else calls me Sherelle on Facebook and my family. Nobody else calls me Cece, but you guys that I talk to here on YouTube and all of my other social media platforms, as well as people at my job. Nobody knows my real name at my job. Everybody calls me Cece. I was just thinking about her this morning. She was really weighing heavy on my heart. And, I was thinking about her because she is no longer with me. She died in 2019, right before the pandemic. She died like a week or two or so before Christmas or after Christmas, something like that. And I was thinking about her this morning. And I was thinking about, how much, I miss her. And I was thinking about, just how life is so, so uncertain, And I was thinking about her because I had talked to another friend of mine the other day. And I was talking to another friend, and I was talking to some people yesterday, some guys at work. Now, you all know I work with all men. And, it's just sad. It's a sad thing when, when you have or had fallen in love with somebody, and that person did not appreciate you for who you were and what you brought to the relationship. And the story with Carmela is Carmela had a massive heart attack. She had COVID, and she had gotten better, and she really didn't want to go back to work. She worked at Social Security Administration here, Social Administration Security here in Chicago. And she had been on that job straight out of high school. In fact, there's another classmate that's been there. They started virtually around the same time. But she had been there over 30 some years. Had a good job. And you know, she was just a sweetheart. She was a Christian. She loved the Lord. She could read any Bible scripture. She knew Bible scriptures off just like that. Her dad was a minister. She grew up in the church. And, you know, she was like a lot of women that, you know, wanted to get married, wanted to have children. And she had her child late in life, like me. And unfortunately, like me, she had a child by a deadbeat. And she had a child that was born with autism. And he is, I mean, just the sweetest kid. And that guy, you know, and once he found out that his son had a disability, he booked. So she was raising him by herself. And then she also had custody of two brothers who also were mentally challenged. And she had the responsibility of them. And then she was taking care of her father, who was ill. Her mother had passed some years before. She had a house. She was working. She had a lot on her plate. And she ended up falling in love with, this is the tricky thing, she ended up falling in love with this guy who was another classmate of ours' husband. Well, that classmate also died. And she did not know that he was married to our classmate because she went to grade school with him. And when she saw him at my other classmate's funeral, they started talking. And she said, I didn't know you were married to such and such. And he was like, I haven't seen you since grade school. And they were, you know, they're grown adults, you know. And anyway, he sent her a Facebook friend request, and they started talking to each other through Facebook. And then they ended up exchanging phone numbers and they became friends because they were friends in grade school. Well, in that friendship developed a relationship, and they became romantically involved. And she fell in love with him. And she was so happy and so excited. And I didn't know him. She was asking me, like, had I heard anything about him and so-and-so's marriage? I said, you know, I heard little things here and there. I said, but I don't really know, you know. Well, she fell in love with him. And I remember when she went on her cruise, they went on a cruise together, and then she ended up going on a cruise with somebody else. She was so excited about going on this cruise because she had never been on a cruise before, and she would call me up and ask me different things about cruising and what she should and shouldn't do. And she was just so happy. And he was so good with her son because he knew that her son, you know, had autism. And he was good with him. And her son is so smart. And when I gave Christopher a birthday party in the backyard with a bouncy house, she brought him. And he was 2. He was 2. Her son was 2. And he was crazy about Chris. I mean, just crazy about him. So she would call me early in the morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning. Whenever something was going on with me, I was working behind that garbage truck. She would pray for me. She would call me. And then when my father died, she served the food at the repast. She read the Bible scripture at my dad's funeral. She was just there for me. I mean, she was really there for me. And when she died, when I tell y'all when she died, it just tore me up. It broke my heart. And she ended up falling in love with this dude. And they ended up having a relationship. And then shortly after they started their relationship, they had maybe been dating like 2 years, he proposed to her. And oh my God, she was happy. And she told me, she called me up. She had put it on Facebook, and then after she had put it on Facebook, she called me and she said, "Did you see my post? Did you see my post?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Girl, I got engaged. I got engaged." And I'm like, "Oh my God." And we were screaming on the phone. And she said, "Oh, I never thought I would get married. I never thought I would get married. I can't believe I'm going to get married." And he truly acted, and I said acted, as if he was in love with her and really loved her. So they were engaged. They had been engaged for about 6 months. And he cheated on her. He cheated on her. And when I tell you, when she found out that he had cheated on her, it broke her heart. It broke her heart. She was devastated. I mean, devastated. She called me up one day and she didn't sound like herself. And I said, immediately, I said, "What's wrong?" And she told me, I think his name is Edwin, I think. She said, "Edwin cheated on me." And I said, "What?" And she said, "Yeah." And then she went into details of how she had found out. And she said, "I just can't believe he would do that to me." She said, I just can't believe it. She said, "I've just been the best woman to him." And she was a heavy set girl. She was tall. She was a big girl. She wasn't what you consider morbidly obese, but she was thick. She was heavy. And I just didn't know what to say. I said, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah. Yeah." So, because she was so devastated behind him cheating, she had a heart attack in front of her child at home. And he was smart enough to run outside to the next door neighbor and say, "My mama fell out in the floor. My mom is laid out in the floor." They called 911. They took her to the hospital. She had a heart attack. Then she got COVID. She recuperated from that, and she called me up and she said, "I just don't want to go back to work." She said, "I just don't want to go back to work." And in the process of that, she still was talking about him. And she still was talking about how hurt she was. And so she called off the engagement. She gave him the ring back. And she just wasn't the same. And she had another heart attack. And that one killed her. And I did everything I could as a friend to console her, to talk to her, to tell her that it wasn't the end of the world, to tell her that, life goes on, you're going to be okay. I did all of that. Now, Carmela was the type of person that she was always the person praying for everybody else. Like I said, she was the person, she knew everything about the Bible. She knew everything about scripture. She was going to come and she was going to pray for you. When my dad died, she came over here. I mean, she was that prayer warrior, She was the type of person you wanted to pray for you. She could get a prayer through. She was that person. But in all of that, her heart was crushed. And she died of a broken heart. And so yesterday when I was talking to I said all this to say this. And I was talking to my coworkers yesterday. They were saying to me, "Oh, Cece, you going to fall in love again. You going to meet somebody. You going to let him move in." Not ever. Not ever. Not ever. And she ended up leaving her child. She died. At the time, he was, I don't know, he was 5 or 6 years old. I don't know. But I just reached out to her cousin. Her cousin I kept in touch with her cousin because her cousin has custody of him, has full custody of him because the father is not involved. And she sent me pictures of him. He has gotten so tall. I haven't talked to her in the cousin in almost a year. And I told her, I said, I feel so bad that I have not kept in touch. And I told her that I had bought a house and I just had a lot going on in life. And I said, but I'm going to do better to keep in touch with him. He's in 8th grade. He's a handsome kid. But I know he misses his mother. And they were very close. She loved him. She loved him. She loved him. He was her heart. And, you know, it's just sad. It's just sad to me. It's just sad. So when my coworkers were saying that to me yesterday, I said, oh, no. What's up, baby boy?
What's up, Mom?
I'm coming.
Okay.
Okay, we taking grandma's car?
Yeah, we taking grandma's.
Okay, here I come.
All right, then.
Okay, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. And you know, people can hurt you just in the worst way. You know, and like I said, she was that person that, you know, she was always the strong one. And to see her so broke down from this relationship, it did something to me. And she had 2 heart attacks from stress. She had a lot on her. She was taking care of the 2 brothers, and she had a live-in couple that lived with her that were equipped to take care of the adult brothers. And she had a lot. She had a lot on her plate, you know, and she just knew that, you know. But I'll finish telling you all the story I'll finish telling you all later, but I'm going to say this. Protect your heart and protect your peace at all costs. Y'all have a great rest of the day. I'll be on live later, okay? All right, peace, love, and blessings. Let me go. They waiting on me. Okay, bye. Hey, guys, I'm back. So this is part 2 of today's earlier video. We went to find Christopher a suit. No, well, not a suit, but a shirt and tie for senior pictures that he's taking on Monday. All I'm going to say is, I'm going to say this. I ain't looking forward to prom and graduation shopping. He almost made me kill him in the store. So we got him a black shirt, and he wanted a black bow tie, right? And so, I know I got makeup on this shirt. So I said, black on black is not going to show up in your pictures because he's taking senior pictures. I said, you need a tie, you know, some kind, you know, a tie to bring out the black. He's wearing black pants, black shirt, and then the tie we picked out is black and white. Well, he wanted to be argumentative about that. I can't stand going shopping with him. That's number one. I really cannot stand going shopping with him because he acts like, you know, he just, I just don't like going shopping with him. That's all I'm going to say. Damn, she getting all these packages. My mother just got 2 packages from 2 other Chinese guys. Now it looks like she getting another one. So anyway, we ended up getting him three different people. I'll be down here. All my mama do is shop. How you doing? Hi. You can give it to me. Yeah. Thank you, sir. I know you got to take a picture of it. Yeah. Oh, you want me to hold it? Sure. Okay, have a good one. So, so he was giving us a little pushback. Attitude, not wanting to be, I don't like that. And, walking away. Whew, Lord have mercy on my soul. I cannot wait until I don't have to buy none of this shit no more. And in fact, I didn't buy it because I don't have any money. So my mother bought it. I said, Christopher, it's your senior pictures. This is your last year of high school. You a senior in high school. This is it. Now, if he had a job, fine. But he don't want to listen to shit we try to tell him that would look good. You know what I'm saying? Listen to us. So anyway, the lady said, I said, well, I don't know how to tie a tie. And he don't either. So the lady said, if you buy the tie, I will tie it for him. I'll tie it. I'll put it around his neck. I'll tie it. And all he got to do is loosen it. And that's it. So she showed him how to put it on, how to get it off, how to pull it down, all of that. I won't be at home Monday to, help him. So, I'm going to say this. I'm ready for senior year to be over with. I'm ready. But anyway, just moody as a fuck. Just, don't want to listen. I said, I know just a little bit more than you. Just a little bit more. I know you think you know everything, but I do know just a little bit more than you. Anyway, I'll be glad when it's all over. I'll be glad when prom is over. I'll be glad when graduation is over. I'll be glad when all of this bullshit is over. I will. I'll be glad. Because I just can't deal with the funky ass attitude. I can't. Especially when somebody buying you something, And I had asked him, I said, because it slipped my mind the senior day pictures was coming up. So I said, what are you going to wear? Because you don't really have nothing dressy to wear. I want to wear a shirt and a tie. So we go and get you a shirt and a tie. And I wanted to wear a bow tie. I said, but you're taking pictures. Black on black ain't going to come out. It's not going to. I said, you need a pop of color. That's all I said. That's all I said. You would have thought. I said, I know how to dress a man as well as I know how to dress a woman. I know how to dress a man, okay? I may not know all the ins and outs, but I know how to dress a man. And because he's not wearing a suit jacket, he's got the little handkerchief and the little, lapel. If he had a black jacket, he would really look nice with that. But I ain't finna be bothered with him. I wasn't buying him no dress jacket. So he's just gonna wear the shirt and a tie and a pair of black pants. I don't want to look like no nerd. Whew. Anywho, I received the email this morning from Angel. Angel. Passion for Fashion. So Passion for Fashion is going to be gone for a while from the channel. She's got something going on, and so I'm just asking you all to keep her lifted in prayer, and she'll be back when she can. Okay, so I'm just asking my prayer warriors just to pray for Passion for Fashion. Just send up some prayers for her. She's fine. She's okay. She's just got some stuff. She's just got something going on. And, so I just wanted to put that out there. So she won't be here to moderate the lives like she has been. She'll be gone for a good little maybe in a couple of weeks or so. But I'm gonna keep in touch with her. I'll give you all updates when I know. I'll keep in contact with her. So that's the second thing, and I meant to mention that earlier. The other thing is that I was telling you all about my friend and what had happened with my friend and how my friend passed. And you know, I basically told you all that story to say this, that you know, you cannot let people, and I know it's hard, and I know right now we're going through a difficult time in our country and in our world. We're dealing with people that are worried about how they're going to put food on the table for the next month. November 1st is the first day that the SNAP benefits have ended. And people are concerned, people are concerned about how they're going to feed their families. How they're going to feed their families for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. We don't know how long this is going to last. The government is still shut down. You have people in the world that are not getting paid. They can't pay their rent. They can't pay their mortgage. They can't pay their car note. They can't pay their utilities. They can't buy food. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. And people are dying of strokes and heart attacks because they're worried and they're concerned about what's going to happen next. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, and me telling you all about my friend, I'm just saying to us all, pray for each other, because we don't know. Nobody knows what anybody is really going through. I don't know what you really going through. You don't know what I'm really going through. The only way you know what I'm going through is if I share it. And most times I do. Like right now, I've got $125 and I got $76 somewhere else. And I got to make that last until Friday. But I got to get this boy an Uber every day next week. Okay, and I have the gift card that Brenda gave me. I did not go get my hair done, as you see. I did buy some stuff last week, stuff that didn't cost that much. I was out and I saw some stuff or whatever. I'm gonna share it with you all. Some stuff I bought about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I haven't hauled it yet. But times are hard for people. And so like me, I made the sacrifice not to go get my hair done. Did my hair, made the sacrifice not to go get my hair done because it's $100 to get my hair colored. Okay, and I need to get it colored again because it grows so fast. I didn't have $100 because I got to take that money and I got to make sure he can get an Uber Monday through Friday of next week. I don't get paid until Friday. And when I get paid Friday, I already know what bills I got to pay. I got to pay the light. I feel like I just paid this, but I got to pay the light, the gas. I'm trying to pay it early because the next check is house note. And I'm upside down on the house note because I'm supposed to pay that on the 1st, but I won't be able to pay it to the end of the month because of the way that my bills are running. You know what I'm saying? So I got to figure out how, because I really could pay the house note on the 7th, but I got to figure out how I can pay it on the 7th, how much money I have left over. I guess that's what I'm saying. So I probably will do that because this check will be, is a 12-day pay period. So I have more money. So I'm going to see what money what I'll have left over if I pay the mortgage on the 7th. Because on the 22nd check, it's a 10-day pay period. So I'm not going to have as much money. So I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure out what I gotta pay, because I know that I gotta pay my phone bill. I gotta pay the cable bill. You know, it's certain bills, you know, that I gotta pay. When you go back in, can you take her packages in for her? Okay. Yeah, when you come back this way. He still got an attitude. Whatever. So I gotta figure something out. He's getting ready to go to a Halloween. This is hers. This is hers. They all came at the same time by different people. And then come back out here when you're done. I'm doing a little video, but when you get done, come back. Okay. And I got some things I need to say to him. So I got certain things I gotta pay, you know. So I just gotta see how much money, if I can pay my mortgage Friday, and how much money I'm gonna have left over. Because I need to go get my nails done. I need to get my feet done. I need to get my hair done. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that I need. Chris is supposed to be, I just got to figure it out. I got to figure out if I can do it, how I can pay it or whatever. So yeah. So, you know, it's a lot going on, you know, with a lot of people. It's a lot. It's just a lot. You know, it's a lot going on with us all, you know. And so I'm just asking you all to pray for each other. You know, pray for each other, because this is not the time right now to be judgmental of anybody. This is not the time to have any beef with anybody. You know what I'm saying? We all need each other right now. And with people being cut off from Snap, it's hard. You know, it's just really, really hard. So I'm just asking you all to just keep people in your prayers. Just keep everybody in your prayers, you know, as best as you can. You know, just keep everybody in your prayers, because life is hard right now. Life is hard for every person. And I know everybody, like Passion said one time, everybody ain't broke. That's true. Everybody's not struggling. Everybody is not in this situation. But it's a lot of people that are, and it's a lot of people that aren't. So I'm just asking everybody to pray for everybody to pray for each other, because we need each other. One last thing, put that in the garbage. Put that in the garbage, okay? And then come back. And you know, we just all need each other, because life is lifing, you know. And my mother was saying that my niece was like, maybe we shouldn't buy Christmas gifts this year, because, you know, we helping all the stuff that's happening, you know, and the economy being the way it is. But my thing is that, you know, you can't, I don't want the joy of Christmas to be gone. You know what I'm saying? With my family, you know, I want to be able to celebrate regardless. You don't have to buy a whole lot, but it's just, you know, we need something to make us happy and give us joy, right? So hold on, I'm doing the video. So I'm just asking you all to keep people in your prayers. Pray for people. Pray that people will get their SNAP benefits back. It's a lot of people that are just, you know, like I said, that are just going through, and we don't know how this is gonna turn out, right? We don't know how it's gonna turn out, but all we can do is be prayerful and be hopeful that everything will be okay. I can't believe this purse is this dirty. I'm gonna have to get something to wipe this down. See how dirty this purse is? The spots. I ain't been carrying it that long. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get a towel and wipe that off. It's makeup, really. It's not dirt. It's from my hands touching it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean this purse. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna let you go. I'll be back. I'm going live in about 5 or 5:30 or so. Okay? All right. So you all have a good, blessed rest of your day. I just wanted to pop back on and do part 2 of this video. And I'll see you all in the live. Okay? All right. Peace.